Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Sort of Chaos podcast. I am your host, Jasmine. How are you, people? What's going on? Are you all celebrating? Track ID. It's a bot song, man. It's a licensed song. I'll give you the link. Message me. Are you celebrating President Trump, ex-President Trump being out? Are y'all having fun? Oh my God. Guys, I just fucked up. I'm sorry, Stinky. Oh my God, there's ash everywhere. Oh, fuck. I'm telling you, fuckers. I don't know why everybody is celebrating. Hold on while I clean my fucking workstation. Sorry, Stinky. I'm sorry, buddy. Oh my God, it's chaos here. I just started with chaos. Y'all want to see Stinky's face? Hey, Stinky. What's up, buddy? He ran away. I won't stay here either, buddy. I don't know why everybody's celebrating. I mean, it's nice that that fucking maniac, like egotistical maniac, is out, but I don't think Biden is a good idea either. I mean, he didn't inspire me. And I saw people here in my country, Romania, celebrating. It's like, what the fuck did you win? Biden just seems like he posted this picture. Hold on. He posted this picture. Or his campaign manager or whatever the fuck. He says, I'm dying, right? That caption. He goes, we just did. Get it? Because make America great again. Is it did you? Like, did you? How? Did you make it better? Because nothing changes. Nothing except from the fact that another person can represent that country and maybe undo some of that damage. His administration trumps. Like, he did some short-term good too. Not Trump. Some people around him. Obviously, his whole fucking thing is toxic. But there's no denying there's a lot of problems there, right? When it comes to the economy. Like, they're still outsourcing to China or whatever, to us. There's still like 40% of the Americans who love that dude and worship him. Did you just make America great again by them electing you? I don't want to, like, it just disgusts me a little bit when it comes to this. It's the same in our country with Collective, and even before that or after that with everybody. 600,000 de români s-au strâns în Piața Victoriei. Like, we had these protests where they're exaggerating the numbers. It's like a short-term celebration. Ha ha ha, our team won. And then it's back to the same old bullshit. You know what I mean? You didn't win shit. The battle lies ahead of y'all, Americans. So what? Stop. And when I see Romanian people celebrating too, I'm like, what are you so happy about? Yeah, I'm content that, you know, I'm at peace that Trump isn't there anymore. But what is Biden? Is he? I would have went for Bernie, man. I would have went for Bernie. I met a very intelligent man this weekend, Mike. And Mike told me that Bernie didn't stand a chance because they already labeled him as a communist. And he would have had no chance because he always, he was always like a bureaucrat. Like, he always worked his way up through the, and I'm like, what the fuck was Trump in my head, right? He had zero experience. He had balls. So Democrats sabotaged Bernie for the second year, and he's getting old too. Like, that must have been his last shot. If he didn't have a chance this year, no way he'll have a chance when he'll be this hybrid between Larry Bird, not Larry Bird. What is it? The guy from Curb Your Enthusiasm and Larry King. They're like this old, shriveled up. Like, you have to be... He has no chance anymore. He would have been great for Americans, I think. And would have exploited their best... Would have worked in their best interests. But mazel tov, motherfuckers. Motherfuckers keep celebrating like everything is solved. Romanians, I don't know what the fuck you're celebrating. Biden. Let's see what he does. Because for me, Biden was like a vote like we had with our president. Iohannis, right? He was pulled out of nowhere. He wasn't nowhere. I think he was the... What was he? The mayor of Cluj or something? Larry David, that's it. Thank you, that. Right. I don't get the celebration. I just want to, like, you're all missing the point again. You're all missing the point fucking again. What's going on, people? Let's see what y'all have to say before I get into my shit. Today, I want to make fun of some stupid ass. I've had a stressful day. I need to wind down, and I want to make fun of a few commercials I saw, like these Instagram, social media type of commercials. Stinky. You want it in, now you're staying in. I'm not going to fucking negotiate with this fuck. Hold on, I have to let out a cat out of the studio. Oh, wait. But before I get into that, I just went to a supermarket, met like a local Mega Image local store. There was these 2-3 ladies, gypsy ladies. Not that it matters, but it matters when it comes to like education. And me and my girl were just shopping. We didn't have even fucking like water. And we went in, and these ladies positioned themselves. There was like one alley that you had to go through to get to the actual cashier. They just positioned themselves there. One of them didn't put the mask. She put the mask, not the nose, the whole mask down. They were talking. The moment we came in, they came in behind us, and by the time we spent like 20 minutes there, they were still there. They did no shopping. So I overheard one of these ladies, and I wasn't mistaken because my girl heard it too. And she was just saying that she just came on Sunday from the hospital, and she had you know what I mean? She had to sign off that she has COVID and probably should stay inside. And let me tell you the real situation. These ladies weren't buying shit. They just met in Mega Image in the store, right, in the supermarket. And sat their ass like in the middle, like where you were supposed to fucking go through. You had no chance to get the cashiers except through that little fucking narrow fucking thing. One of them says that on Sunday she got she signed off to get out of the hospital. And I before I heard this, I walked by. I followed her with my eyes like this. She put the mask on. I move on 5 meters. She took the mask off again. I held my breath, and I said, "Lady, can you move?" While I was going to I had to go through there because I finished shopping. Can you just move aside? You have fucking space out there. I told the guy at the, I hold my breath. I go to the fucking thing. I'm like, let's get the fuck out of here, baby, before you get COVID from these fucking horrible human beings. These two old ladies that didn't give a shit about everybody else. Just outrageous. It's hard not to flip out because I don't have a short fuse. I think I have a longer fuse than I did when I was younger. But when that fuse goes off, I see white, and I don't want to do something I regret. So I was like, let's get the fuck out of here. So I paid the fucking lady at the cashier. Went out, go to the security guard. I snitched. I pointed at them. Like, see those ladies from the, like, those ladies ain't buying shit. They've been here half an hour. And I just overheard one of them saying she just signed off from the hospital from the COVID. So she should be inside, and now she's inside of your store. She said, well, which ones? That one? Yeah, that one. Oh, okay. And he didn't do shit. He went back to his corner in the fucking, at the entrance of the store, holding that fucking temperature. Like, you just Fuck your temperature thingy. Go fucking get that lady. Right? He didn't do shit. I'm so sick of it. I'm sick of stupid fucking people. All right, let's see what you guys have to say. I thought it was a good mood. I just remembered this. This happened only like an hour ago. Cost me then. All by yourself. Okay, hi y'all. SUV electric della BMW, the BMW iX. Yeah, well, I hope they pull out good cars. I'm glad that Tesla jump started the electrical revolution. But it's kind of like those typical corporate bullshit. Now they're trying to, all the commercials when it comes to a new, like Porsche released an electric car, and now BMW is an SUV, and everybody's acting like, we do it for the environment. We do it because of you. You do it because you're going to lose profit margins. I hate it. That's why I bothered with advertising, is the connection between the bullshit and y'all that makes you do the act of purchasing. And they just pretend in those, and they're not held accountable for anything. Fuck BMW electrical SUV. I have nothing against them. It's done worldwide. 600 kilometer range, 500 horsepower. Yeah, and if you fuck up, then you have to stay for like 12 hours to charge it. Are there even pumps? Like, are there even electrical fucking sockets in Romania for electric cars besides Bucharest? Maybe in Cluj. If I had the money, the only way I would buy an electrical car now would be just to travel around the city. None of that going far distance. Doesn't make sense. Not in our country. Car, electric. I don't understand what all this means. Good jam. Hey, is Kanye winning in 2024? He won't. He doesn't have a chance, man. He doesn't. He's, as like I said in the last podcast, as much as Joe Rogan tried to like bail him out of a few situations, that dude's just from a different planet. He's so self-involved and not in the cute way. Mayor of Sibiu, that's right. Bogdan Todose. I hope Elon Musk finishes Neuralink for Biden. Is that like a good joke? Like he's supposed to have it just so they can program his fucking puppet ass? I don't know. He looks more presentable, and that matters a lot to guide a whole country. When Obama did that, I'm sure he didn't have all the right policies and everything, but you kind of had this pride of being under, like the Americans had, and even us watching in, we had this like, we saw how this man carried himself. He inspired people. This Trump dude just has sown distrust amongst his people, and just put fuel on the fire for the sake of him being popular. Just like a fucking spoiled little shitty 5-year-old kid who doesn't have attention, and he just says shit, throws fits. Probably both on Adderall. The 5-year-old and Trump. Okay, so nothing more than Teslas. All right. Let's get into what I had for today, because I need a little bit of a smiling. Now, I saved some of these. Well, first one is a meme, but it's one of those like basic ass memes. It's not a meme. It's like a story. Like, you know how they make this inspirational stories, but with pictures, and they're so lame. The first of all of these it's this one. So have it saved on Facebook. Hold on. Saved. See y'all. This kid, he even follows me because of ROMERCIAL. I guess he's young. I don't call him basic. This is the story. You might have seen it. It has, I don't know, it has like tens of thousands of likes. 12,000, not tens. 12,500 likes. Posted on October 12th. It's called A Story to Remember with a Great Lesson in Life. Are y'all ready? Are you ready? All right, here we go. A man married a beautiful girl. He loved her oh so much. Once she developed a skin disease. Slowly started to lose her beauty. Deep shit. It so happened that one day her husband left for a tour. Or was he like a stand-up comedian? A musician? A tour manager? While returning, he had an accident. So he flew in, but he drove back. I guess that's possible. Whatever. In the accident, he damaged his eyes and lost his eyesight. Oh no. However, their married life continued as usual. Because she still had them big old titties. But as the days passed, she lost her beauty gradually. Oh no. Blind husband did not know this. I love it how they call him blind husband. Blind husband did not know ugly wife. What is she ever referred to as hideous wife or whatever? And there was no difference in their happy married life. He continued to love her. So this is basic, but it starts getting stupid starting now, because it's like she never told him, and he was blind, so he never knew. It's like it wouldn't be deeper if he wasn't blind. But you know what I mean? But hold, there's a twist. He continued to love her, and she also loved him very much. One day, accidents keep happening to this fucking couple. One day, his wife slipped from the stairs and died due to a head injury. So inspirational since the beginning. Her death brought him great sorrow. Mara chuna. He finished all her last rites and wanted to leave that town. A man from behind called and said, "Now how will you be able to walk all alone?" And he said, "All these days with your wife, that your wife used to help you." He replied, "I'm not blind, yo. I was just pretending to be blind." This is the stupidest fucking thing. Because if she knew I could see her ugliness, Oh my God. He just called his dead wife like it was like 1 meter away. Straight up to a stranger. If this ugly dead bitch knew how ugly I knew she was. It would have pained her more than her disease. So what? Was she diseased? Was that they never mentioned it pain her? She had like a skin disease and then she fell down the stairs. Did the disease kill her? What pain? What pain? She didn't feel no pain. It was just like a skin. The way the story described it is just like a skin thing, right? And she died on the fucking stairs. This is the most tragic, inspirational story ever. Look at her. Maybe she passed out when she, saw a mirror. Broke her neck. I was just pretending to be blind. It would have pained her. So I pretended to be blind this whole time. She was a good, ugly wife. It doesn't say that. It says she was a good wife. I only wanted to keep her happy. Sometimes it's good for us to act blind and ignore one another's shortcomings in order to be happy. Ignoring the little harsh things in life can make your life easier. And that's the lesson you're supposed to take out of this story. Jesus. These are people who vote. These are the people who vote for Trump. These are the people who, listen to Gutsa. And then they see this basic shit. They're like, so true. So true. What kind of an asshole? What kind of asshole? There's so many things that's wrong with the story. Let's recap. She developed a skin disease. He got into a car accident. What, did he woke up? Well, did he go? Did she? Hold on, let me check this. Was she ugly? Where's the accident? So at this stage, she just had a little rash on her neck. It didn't even extend to the whole body. And he had the car crash. Makes no sense because he flew in. Came back. He's like, I can't handle that fucking neck rash. It'll never go away. Oh, well, I guess I'll just pretend to be blind for the rest of my life, or hers, depends who dies first. Just straight up pretend you're dead, dog. That's like just a little thing on your leg. You think you like some cream? You think should be some? Nope. I'm gonna pretend I'm blind from now on. What kind of asshole would pretend like? And then okay, her disease and the whole depthness of this supposed depthness of this fabricated fucking bullshit story is that she wouldn't bear to know that he knew she was that ugly. So what? You just made her life like 10 times harder because she had to literally do everything for you because you were supposedly blind. How considerate and like lovely is. Look at how many hearts does this fucking. Let's just see here. Hold on, guys. Let's go. Come on. You can press the button. Let's see the hearts. Just that picture. 1.3 thousand fucking likes. I can't even believe this. I can't. I mean, I can believe it. Definitely I can believe it. But how stupid is this? So he pretended his whole life instead of telling his wife. And the whole moral of the story, just ignore the little things. Is this a big thing or a little thing in the end? You know what I mean? Because if it was a little thing, he wouldn't have considered bothering, pretending she was blind for her not to feel insecure. So it was a big thing. And you shouldn't ignore the big things. This is not a little thing. You're fucking, sometimes in life it's good to ignore the little things. To act blind and ignore one another's shortcomings. Right? Yeah, when it comes to like, you never wash your dishes after you eat. Yeah, you can ignore a little this, maybe suggest every now and again. If she has a problem, you're supposed to man the fuck up and be like, baby, you're still beautiful for me. And no matter how shit gets, I love you and it's more than just looks. It's this fucking thing we built together. And you still have big old titties. With love. And then she'll understand, she'll feel less secure. Instead of that, this fucking asshole decided to I guess I'm blind for the rest of my life, man. I guess not, he cares so much for her, then he had to do everything. Reminds me of a Jim Jeffries bit. And he's like, what was the joke? He's like, how do blind people know when they're done wiping their ass? And he made like, there's a dog. And he's like, woof, woof, woof. Woof, woof. Woof. She had to fucking wipe his ass till the day she died, literally. Till the day she died because... Oh my God, guys. This is the stupidest fucking thing I might have... And somebody obviously took the time to like make this. And in their mind while drawing this basic ass fucking story, they're like, yeah, I'm a creator. And you know what? He's more of a creator than I ever was because I never had 13.5 thousand likes on anything. You're more of a creative than I'll ever be acknowledged for, sir. Good for you. All right. So what is this? Hold on. That's some 4D chess thing. The plot thickens with this one. Bogdan, the pain of being ugly in her husband's eyes. Yeah, exactly. Like he's like, I can't bear this shit. Hey, Marco Mate, what's up, dude? These kinds of people are the ones who voted for that dead mayor in Romania to honor him. And then the whole village pretended to be blind. The last picture has 34,000 reacts. Yeah, exactly, dog. It's depressing. Plot twist, Mate. She's pretending that she died because she did. Oh, okay. Because she's blindness. Or that. They could make a movie about these drawings. I would like to put up my own money and make a documentary about the life of the person who made this, not the story in the pictures. I want to analyze this person like biologically, with the sensor on his head and shit. They won't pick up anything. Directed by Nolan. All right. The second one, what else? Let me go into my I save a lot of fucking things, but I never have time to kind of what is this? Oh, this is in Romanian. I have to keep it in English. I shouldn't go into this one. The second one I want to talk about. Oh, it's saved. I didn't want to particularly talk about it, but it's an article and it was shared, and it's like a woman asked men if they have any women heroes, and it started a whole debate. 22 pics. Let's go through some of these tweets before we resume the funny stupid shit. Hey, Minefield by Cosmin Mito. Listen, motherfucker, I love Minefield. I didn't watch it for a while. I don't even know if they're new seasons, but you got to give it. I met Vsauce. He's a cool dude. I blabbered in his ear for fucking an hour. He was like trying to tell him about comedy and the way freedom of speech and whatever the fuck. He wasn't interested in this. He was like, I like science shit, dog. You do you. I even complained to him back in the day. I met him, I think, in 2015. I met Vsauce. And I even told him about my theory with the attention span of humans, and how YouTube, if they wanted to be honest, they would just allow like 100 subscribers or 50 or 200 or whatever, like a limited thing where you would have to unsubscribe for one. I was trying to like tell him the cumulative, like, you get a dude, like, this is bullshit.15 like, of course he already knew. He's like, yeah, I fully agree. So everybody is going to have, by 2030, 15 million subscribers. Like, if you add up all the subscribers in the fucking YouTube, it's like 35 billion, right? There's like 15. It's so stupid. Anyway, do men have women heroes? And she got some complicated answers. Let's just go straight to the answers before I don't like to read the article when I'm presenting it to you guys, or ever. Ryan Roach. First of all, I want y'all to think about that question. I don't want this to come across the wrong way, but part of this is that women who do succeed always talk about doing it for women, which of course obviously makes sense. That is not criticism at all. It just also makes a lot of men feel out of place thinking them as heroes. I know about this one. First of all, I think I should answer it for you guys, from my perspective. What is a hero? I definitely have women I look up to, and it's not my mom. I guess my mom is too. She's a strong woman, but she's not. She always made it a point not to sanctify her. She said I'm both good and bad, and you should take what's good for me and your dad. Always appreciated that, but yeah, it's not my mom. I know a lot of ladies who inspired me, even ex-girlfriends, even my current girlfriend. I was getting lazy earlier. I just went to the kitchen because now we both of us are working from home, and this is my home studio. Obviously, my girl's working in the living room, and I was feeling so lazy. I'm working on a commercial. I guess I'm always working on a commercial. I was working and I ran out of water, and I was just like, I was trying to I'm getting lazy, and I also started work very late today. And then while I passed back to the studio with my filled glass, I just saw her just going at it, just typing away and having calls at the same time and talking to her girls and running numbers. And I'm like, that inspired me. I was like, fuck that shit. I'm going back to work and fucking listen to 1,000 other songs till I find one that I like. Just going at it. And that inspired me. And at a higher level, I know a lot of women who I respect for that. For those facts, you know what I mean? But what is that? Is that a hero? I wouldn't say so. A hero is something more that you try to emulate in a way. And I don't judge this. This dude he's right? He has a point in such a divided society we live in on all slices, on all aspects of life, especially when it comes to sexes. It's hard to. I respect a lot of women, and I look up to them. That doesn't mean they're my heroes, because I have to identify sexually too. Because success is not only based on hard work; it's based on your sex dynamics. It also has implications when it comes to your personal life. So if you coming back to the podcast I had last month regarding the beautiful ladies, nobody says a beautiful lady. Like, a lot of beautiful ladies are also successful based on their own merits. But like I made my point back then, they also, a little bit of part of it was their looks, and I can't identify with that. And the same aspect, I could be a dude and some dude prefer, you know what I mean, is misogynistic or whatever, and he does me a favor without me even acknowledging it or realizing it, then that's my advantage, right? But it's hard to call it a hero. So no, I don't think I have heroes when it comes to women who great people. But at a one-to-one, I'm thinking to the closest love of my life, comedy. And I have a lot of girl comedians I like. But if I were to make a top 10, it would still be mostly men. If all of them men. Because I already did this list for an episode I never made. Right? So it's no disrespect to women, but yeah, successful women, it's lovely that you inspire me, but I don't look at you as heroes. I have male heroes because they navigate the waters in ways I can navigate those waters. But that's if you look at the word hero as a more general aspect of implying sexuality and your place in society. As far as just skill and wisdom and being a good person, if that's your definition of heroes, then I definitely have a lot of female heroes, definitely. But my definition of a hero implies something much more. So in that sense of the definition, I don't think I have a hero who is a woman. Let's see what other guys have to say. Straight guys don't, and I'm not saying we don't respect them, but to have as actual heroes, no. Women are wonderful, but men don't see them as heroes. Again, it's all based on definition. Some men do. But I don't know if you completely. I don't know what is it about guys. In a little corner of your mind, I think sexuality is always there, waiting, especially if you're younger. So I don't know if you can. Role models, yes. Heroes, no. Marco, really good question. I actually don't think I have or even had some good female friends. I don't think I have or even if I have some good female friends. I guess because the principle I think women as antagonistic to men, crazy to even realize it myself, not as inferior, old view, but not as partners. I don't know, partners. I don't know about this one. I definitely can see a woman as a partner. Why not? Is she capable? Is she loving? Is she a good person? But again, those are not definitions of a hero. It has bigger implications than that. Because at the core of it, there's no way, guys. I've been talking about this since 2013, right? It's the way the nature is. It's the Jordan Peterson crab, whatever, right? Lobster fucking explanation. Men court, women accept. Women like to be loved. Men like to conquer. Because there's always, look at Tinder, right? How many requests you get. I know I made this point 1,000 times. I don't care. You get fucking 3 requests or whatever the fuck. Even the most basic girl will get like 10. Men are desperate, right? There's statistically, one guy gets 2 girls and the other guy gets 0. So there's always competition when it comes to that. Not that women, because women having sex already taken care of in this modern world where it doesn't serve just as reproduction. Then they get to choose, right? Then it's like what type of man you are. And eventually, no matter, how strong of a woman you are or whatever, if you don't let your heart be vulnerable, then you haven't lived enough. You just work it from the protected space. I know a couple of strong ladies that like always played with men and always were kind of bored of them because they were very intelligent. But when she finally met her match, or the other girl met her match, or whatever the fuck, right? Then she's just a little girl again. And then it's about expectations. Or chinasha sharinashu. I don't know. Let's get back to the point. Only if they are gay. What? Straight men are incapable of quantifying women outside their sexual prowess or attractiveness. I disagree, dog. Or are you saying this, like most men, but I can? Please send me titty pics. This guy's an idiot. But yeah, on a strictly sexual side, yeah, you win with intelligence. And there's a lot of guys intimidated by intelligence. Intelligence plus looks. Ooh. Intelligence plus looks plus the girl is tall. Forget about it. They stumble on words. I like it because, why, guys? Remember, at the end of the day, you take a shit. And at the end of the life, you die. They do the same. So no matter how big of important, rich, poor, whatever the hell, you can have a conversation with the person. That shouldn't stop you. And in that same aspect, if they, no matter how big they are, they're still human. There's a flip coin to that. No matter how small society thinks they are, they might be a great person. So in that aspect, this guy is an idiot. That's it. That's all the tweets. No, there's more after Oral-B commercial. So some of them say yes. Other than your amazing wife. Okay, here's the pandering. Men always list their wives and mothers. Didn't even read it. Publicly list beyond that, because if the only person you can think of is a family member, then it doesn't count. This isn't an attack on your wife. I bet she's phenomenal. And if you think she is, you missed the point of this discussion. Yeah, I guess if they do that pandering. But why can my mother be a role model? She truly is a fucking wonderful businesswoman and capable and loving. And so was my dad. And most of the times, right? So why can't they both be role models and I can have other women role models? Fuck this, George. Alicia says, ever notice when men protest and they say they love women, that women are their heroes? They always default to their mom, aunt, grandma. That's not true, is it? I would agree that you're basic, or most men, but is there an opposite to that? Are there ladies? Let me see. Oh, what are you talking about? There's a lot of girls. I dated a few. I always stay clear of those crazy bitches. Who daddy is the biggest. Daddy is the most important. Daddy gives me this, daddy. And I'm like, all right, if you have no fault in, it's the same psychology. It's just inverted, right? If you can find any faults, if your daddy's your saint, then I'll never be able to live up to that. And guess what? The daddies in those situations are always like these assholes, but very sweet to them. You know what I mean? Okay. So with those girls, you got to be like an asshole. The girls who listen, guys, learn from a very experienced man when it comes to women. If you meet this crazy girl with her daddy's the saint, do not, I repeat, do not. Do we have a Zoom here? We don't. Do not treat them well from the beginning. Like, don't be all sweet and too careful, whatever. They'll piss all over you. And if you really like this girl, and it's maybe I know cases where the daddy's the hero, but she's also semi-decent. You know what I mean? A decent girl. I don't mean be an asshole. I mean be an asshole. You know what I mean? Be playful. Don't take anything like too much of what she says too seriously, because she'll be testing you or whatever. Daddy's the saint. And if you like this girl and you want a relationship with her and you eventually do meet her daddy, then that's your test. You know what I mean? Can't suck up to him either. You can't, because she'll be watching that shit. And maybe some of your younger ones, the instinct will be, oh, she loves her daddy. I must blow her daddy's ass so she loves me for, Fuck that. Her daddy's probably an asshole. And if you're cool, you'd be respectful, but stand your ground. Thank you. When you bring my daughter back, I'll bring her at the hour you requested, sir. Maybe a little bit late. You test him. Make a little joke. See if he laughs. See if whatever the fuck. If he has some strong opinions and you disagree with, make sure you point that out. With respectfully, sir, I disagree on this argument. Why? Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm a little bit stupid. You look at her. Smile. Whatever the fuck. Don't be daddy's bitch, girl, or you'll be her bitch. You gotta surpass daddy for her to win her love. Right? Or to win her respect. Love is such a fucking overused, underpowered term because it's overused. But generally, stay away from those girls. Let's move on. Kira says, men tend to list women who have personally done things for them. Moms, when asked, so this is a whole theme about moms. They will all say their mother. They will all say their mother because all the men you dated were fucking bitches. My wife. Can be okay. My mother raised 3 boys and managed to get us everything we wanted, and I still don't know how she did it. She's mine. Yeah. Why can't that be the case? Why? If you just say mom, out of the ordinary, mom. Of course, she birthed you. But if she went through this like monumental fucking struggle, you know what I mean? Your dad beat the shit out of her. They got divorced when you were fucking 10 or whatever. You have 2 other siblings. She did her best to raise you. You're semi-successful and you have a roof over your head, and now you're just trying to go places. Hero. Why can that be a hero? Fuck y'all. My mommy's my hero, badass. Okay. There are a few generalizations of people who would probably be on the list for heroes in a 100 women heroes of a 200th century list. Let's see if I know any of these women. Gayatri Spivak. I don't. Rosalind Franklin. Might have heard of her. Harriet Tubman. I don't know. Marie Curie. I think she's a scientist who... What did Marie Curie do? Did she do penicillin? Was she the one with the radiations? Hold on. Is she the one who discovered X-ray? Let's see my stupid brain. Marie Curie. Was a Polish and naturalized French physicist who concluded researching on, and then it cuts off. You have to click. Come on, Wiki, work with me. Radioactivity, yeah. So Marie Curie. Yeah, but this is what goes back to what I was saying earlier. It's like it's this huge historical. Like I always say, no matter how much there's a girl you complain or whatever the fuck. What about the fucking army doctor who's a black woman? Think you had it and is missing, I don't know, a leg or something. You know what I mean? You think you had it harder than her when it comes to society and becoming successful. There's layers and layers. And when it comes to historical like scientists and figures, they should all be our heroes. Obviously, it's happening less and less because people are going fucking crazy. I keep trying to blame somebody for what the fuck is happening, and obviously a lot of it is social media because we all fall into the traps of it, but a lot of it is like, who birthed kids 20 to 30 years ago? You know? I'm 33, so I'm over the hedge. So I can call y'all parents assholes. It's not their fault. They're in the same fucking pot as us. So yeah, every scientist, man or woman, should be our fucking role models and heroes. But that's beside the point. Plus, what do you think, like men who studied X-rays and made them better or whatever, but if you think Marie Curie wasn't a hero for them, right? Because it's their field and they kind of can better grasp the fucking amazingness of what you had to do to discover that. I think Marie Curie also died from radiation poisoning. I might be dumb. Yada yada. Polonium. She discovered polonium. Oh shit! Here's something I didn't know. So the element polonium, it was discovered by her, and it's called polonium because she's she's Polish. She's from Poland. Cool. Y'all seen that fucking... I'm going to make a little parenthesis here, but y'all seen that post where it says the fact that... what was it? The fact that September, October, November, and December is in the 9th, 10th, what is it? The 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10 months of the year is outrageous. And I was like, yeah, I never thought of that. Why is September was supposed to be the 7th month? And I looked it up. It seems that when Julius Caesar, another fucking self-involved maniac, but I guess you had to be when people were killing each other for land. That nationalism takes a different form than you should have it because it's murder and it's about security. But that maniac, Julius Caesar, he's like, there were 10 months before and they're like, fuck that, I'm adding another month. So July came because of Julius Caesar. So September, which is 7, became the 8th month, and then Augustus came, right, which is after I believe Caesar. And Augustus is like, my dick's bigger than his. He invented August, right? He changed the calendar again. I'm born in August. And then the fucking August became the 8th. So fucking September became the 9th month. October became the 10th. November 11th. It's 9. The same here. Poland. Wilma Mankiller. I don't know what that is. Elizabeth Warren. I think she was a politician, or she is. Sarah Blakely. No. Oprah Winfrey. I don't know about that one. Jancita Arden. I don't know. Beverly Clearly. Ursula Le Guin. Wilma Rudolph. I might have heard of this person. Jackie Joyner Carice. And I never heard about. I just heard about a couple of these. All right. Name some, but just put a blanket statement saying most women are without giving examples seems disingenuous. Yeah, I agree. On one side. On the other side, why the fuck do I owe you an explanation? Name some. What? Fuck you. How about fuck you? Here's one. Not you. You know, because the role model won't fucking hold people, she has more important things to do than fucking interrogate people online. Yeah? Do you have? How about you tell me a couple of them? How about suck a dick? I'm going to Google fucking things now just to prove you. You know what I mean? I have some. I can think of some. Off the top, I don't fucking explain anything. These fucking they ask the question, you kind of like play into it, and then there's this fucking, all right. Ruth Bader. I know she died. She was a Supreme Justice for the USA. And I know she did some great things in her life, but obviously I'm not that well informed. She seemed like a great lady. And there were some men who waited in with some very specific women heroes who were successful or important in their field. Oh, okay. In justice or movements. Okay. For me, how about Indian Muslim poet, war hero Noor Lian Khan? When 6 men were sent to capture her, she injured one of them in the fight, escaped twice, and never broke. Khan is a name worthy of her. Nice. Also in World War II, the USS side, the woman was in the front, the witches or the night, Ludmila, I'm not going to pronounce that, and all the young women who fight against the Nazi invasion. Cool. Okay. Ah, fuck you. So what do you have here? I don't know. It's the first one, Janis Joplin. Who's that first one? Is it the chick who's now popular? Can't be black and white. I know the bottom left corner one is Nina Simone. And right bottom one now. That's, what's her name? Great stand-up comedian. Help me out, guys. She died a couple of years ago, I think. Another woman who broke the stereotypes of being a stand-up comedian back in the 70s and 80s. And she did it living her own way. I know this woman's name. I forgot the fucking name. Okay, so activist and whatever the hell. And that's about the article. All right. Let's see what you guys have to say before we move on. Y'all have some role models? Tapping down. If they're local, maybe we should hear about them. Good evening, Cosmin. What's up, Yanuts? Bogdan, with radiation is Marie. Yeah. On that note, the first programmer was a woman, so all programmers should have her as a female hero. Yeah. How about a lot of more females should go into programming? You know what I mean? It's not just about men. How about, because there's the Oprah example. I don't know. I'm sure Oprah had to go through a lot of shit, but I don't trust Oprah. I don't know why. But she seems to have done so good. But it's not the only example. I bet a lot of girls will say Kim Kardashian because she's successful. Success is not the only metric for being good, right? Because Hitler was successful. So I don't know about that one. On that note, the first okay, I read this. Do you smoke every day, bro? I used to do this for a year, and now I feel like I need it I did do sober October, but I failed after 20 days. Yeah, I do occasionally, but like I say, these are very light. I can't even describe. These are an excuse for me to get nicotine into my body. I keep trying to. One day I'll make you a tutorial when I'm in Amsterdam and this shit is legal, on how to make microdosing of THC. You know what I mean? Now I still get trapped under I'm mostly addicted to nicotine, and I still get trapped under that spell of, okay, I overdo it sometimes, and it makes me too much of a dreamer, not much of an actor, of a doer. But yeah, it's about microdosing. You wanna cheers? What's up, Raluca? You wanna drink 2 cups? You'll be good as well. Yeah, I don't know why people, when they smoke, I don't know why. I have friends. My buddy Vlad, he was in ROMERCIAL as an actor a few times. Still hasn't learned this fucking lesson. Always, no matter if you like to drink something sweet, something fresh, whatever the fuck, weed will enhance your senses. It will make your tongue taste a lot more things, and it will like fool around with your diaphragm. You'll think you're fucking hungry all the time or whatever with your stomach. So always have water, have a sip of whatever the fuck, and when you feel like your brain starts to get foggy and you can't really know what the fuck, have a sip of water. I always have a sip of water. I have a glass of water and something I drink, right? One besides the other, and I can extend the high in a more pleasing way. I can be more present when I talk with my girl. I can be more creative when I do my thing, and I won't just like get boggled down. But I don't know, like I said, like these kids, I've been smoking for a good, I'll say like 10 years, maybe less. But I always try to, I had my dark periods and I had my ups, but I always try to play around with microdosing, because these kids, and a few of my acquaintances too, a lot of them actually, younger ones, they just blast their fucking brains. I'm like, dude, there's a threshold, there's a point, and beyond that point, if you just want to emulate Americans, there's no point. Yeah, I can see the point of rolling just a joint, like a pure joint, not a spliff. A spliff is mixed with tobacco, so do a joint. It's a higher, more direct high, and you're good for the night. I can get that on a Saturday night, whatever the fuck. But if you're casual, I smoke after work type of person, you know what I mean? Then fuck it, air it out, dude. Find it, okay, you want to make that half a cigarette and half, dude, there's like spaces in between how I sprinkle it. It's just a little, you know what I mean? And just try to half it once and see if that's better. But you can't do that, because if you smoke continuously, then it'll be shittier immediately, and your bitch ass body will be like, no, it's bad. See, I told you it's not enough. The way you do it is you find how much you smoke, be realistic, then take a sober October or whatever, take 2 weeks off, take 1 week off at least. And then your body is in that anything will be better than nothing mode. And once you're in that mode, you half it, and then you do it again, and you don't allow yourself. Always go back to the state of mind. It's easy. Once the high takes over, you're like, it's good. I'll put a little bit more. I know an addict, when I see one, because it takes one to know one, right? Those qualities. Once you go down that drain, you go all the way. So you try to impose that on yourself, and always keep in mind how you felt for the 2-3 weeks, a month, whatever the fuck, where you took a break and you were like, anything is better than nothing. So rather space them out and like rather smoke that half of those. And if that's enough, and then you kind of discover whatever the fuck, maybe you're more functional, pay attention to what you're doing more, see if you're a creative or whatever, you can work right, whatever the hell, see if you're more efficient, if it's a sweet spot, you know. It's not creativity on demand. You have to make it work with your body and your thresholds to know how to use it properly. You can't just blast 15 joints and expect to be, no, it just fucks me up, dog. There's so many friends of mine who deal with anxiety. They deal with like pain, and they would rather go the pharmaceutical, like straight to the pharmaceutical, give me the strongest fucking thing you have, just because it's in a store, and they won't give weed a chance, or at least CBD oil or something, because once some dude gave them something to smoke or whatever the fuck, and then it is too strong for me, I can't think, it makes me paranoid. Yeah, because some idiot said, yeah, smoke one of those fucking tank, one cigarette, fucking have another full cigarette of weed or whatever the fuck, right? And then they got blasted. Of course, somebody who never experienced it, takes them by surprise, and they're like, "Fuck, this shit is not for me." Idiots make other idiots. And if you're good with that half, then do and half it again. And of course, there's a point. You think it's Saturday night, I'll put extra. It'll be a little bit of, you can actually see a continuous, like grains of whatever the fuck, a little bit thick. It's Saturday, right? Let's have fun. What are we going to go out, watch a movie, whatever the fuck? Yeah, I'll do it. But I know that I can cruise on less than that. And then it's not just one thing. It's just not one experience. It's like a nootropic, you know? You learn to use it when it's right at the right intensity, and see what's best for you. That's how you should do it. So always have the water. It prolongs the shit. It took me 25 years to figure this out, but it's the best. Yeah, I had a period of time. You guys know I was into basketball, and I was in basketball teams and shit. So I always was like a water drinker or whatever. But somewhere in between, before I was smoking, so somewhere in between 20 and 24, 25, I just never drank water. I drank just a little sip, juices and everything. And I see my friends doing it now, and I'm like, dude, you need water. It's not just smoking anything. And I just try to remember, how could I have been satiated in those 4 or 5 years with just juice, and I don't know, eat an orange and maybe have 1 glass of water per day, just sipped throughout the day. Horrible. The 75 pounds if you cut it. I've been smoking since I was 17. Oh, and now I'm 19, and I made a 2-month period, and I can say it's something else. Respect. I'm watching you since I was 14. Thank you, kid. I don't know, man. I consider myself lucky. I mean, you got to understand, I finished high school in 2006. So I was 19 in 2006. So in 2005, 4 and 5, we saw people smoking, but it was so rare back then. You wouldn't even have the I don't know, you wouldn't even be put in front of it. And I got offered weed or whatever, and I smoked before I was 24, like a few times. Never truly judged the people who do it. I was like, it's just not for me. And I respected people who seem like with alcohol. If you can drink alcohol, you drink good. If you're one of these dudes who like drink and then makes a scandal, or one of these girls who like, no, I have a limit, and then you have to fucking drag her half naked ass to the fucking store or whatever, then I don't respect you. The same with any vice. You're supposed to take your shit, hold your shit together. But I do appreciate discovering it after I was 25, because I already I developed in one way, and the classical way you do it. You're 19, you're unsure of yourself, even if you're a good student, if you're a bad student. Fact of the matter is, especially as a guy, you don't have anything to prove. You haven't earned your like stripes yet. So you kind of like do this mirror pretending thing you kind of do, while your mind is totally on just fucking, right? It's like 80% on fucking and coming. On your 20s, I guess you're supposed to go through school, if you're still in school and not already working, and you kind of emulate what you see, including relationships. You kind of start relationships, you emulate what you think you're supposed to do, has nothing to do with you. And at a certain point, then for me, I hit weed, and then it made me chill out. It made me realize, take a step back and like realize how much I was stressing out, how judgmental I was of people from certain aspects that I truly wasn't. Like I told you guys, I loved like 3-4 women in my life, right? I had tens of girls, if not closer to But I always cheated. One way or another, I slept with another girl. Now I might think I may have had my reasons or whatever the fuck. And I was definitely, I tried most of the times for not to hurt the girl or whatever. But I was young, right? But at no point until I was 25 did I ever admit to myself, because at least as a guy, if a girl cheats on you, you, even if you move on with the, like I always say, I still hate them with my dick. Like most of my exes, they have kids now, and I meet with them. If I meet with them, we chat, and my heart, my brain has nothing to do. I hate the person I thought you were back then. Therefore, my dick hates the person who it thinks you were back then. And my dick is the avenger. You know what I mean? Like Bill Burr says, your dick's the dreamer. That's just for my dick, but I can separate the shower. I can separate the sex side from my, the angry parts of sex. You can still use sex, right? Okay, stay on topic. So all these girls slept with other men too, but it wasn't until I smoked weed that I was like, wait a minute. Even if they knew it, like this girl cheated on me, and I found out, and I was so like, I was 23 and I was so mad. I was so fucking, how dare she? How the fuck does this chick, who the fuck does she think I'm breaking up with her, whatever the fuck. And when I was 24, I was like, wait a minute. At that point, you already had cheat just because you were careful and not hurt her. And I was clear with the other girl that my heart belongs to this girl. And if she just wants to have some fun, we can have some fun. Right? I use protection with her. So I just backed that into a little corner like, this is natural. This is normal. She ain't hurt, so I'm happy. So everybody's happy. But when I found out, it was like this huge thing. So there was a lot of little revelations like that because I got to experience life through a certain lens. And then eventually I discovered weed and gave myself a break. I saw other things in perspective. I don't know how you 17-year-old kids do it, man. Because it's from the beginning. I don't know, maybe it helps, but I don't think so. Weed makes you dream a lot, and obviously it's a serotonin milker, so it gives you a feeling of good. And if you're a smoker, you're at your most ambitious, or at least I am. You're like, you make planning in your head because you have 1,000. Your synapses are fucking running wild, so you can process a lot of information that you immediately forget. And you plan your whole day, and this is how it has to post. And everything's so clear, but you're But actually getting your ass off and doing that fucking thing, it seems like a mountain. And once that fucking hangover comes the second day, all that fucking thing is wiped down. That's why I made it a point. That's how I started ROMERCIAL, right? Like I would like just, if you're high, type it down. Like if I show you guys my notes, I think I showed it in the past, but it's thousands of notes of little shitty jokes, of little bits I did or things I glued together that work, English, Romanian, they're all, and fucking 70% of it is shit. I don't understand what I wrote there, right? But I still have the 30% that I am supposed to go through when I'm sober, which is the hardest part. That's the work. If you want to, like, I don't know, comedy or write or whatever the fuck, that's the work. You use weed to inspire you and you throw shit at the wall, trying to make sense of it the second day. And then after you made some structure, you smoke again and see if you can embroider it and make it better. But it's a process, right? You can't just, I don't know how you guys do it, just smoke and stay smoke since you're 17. And I don't know. I'm not judging you, kid. I'm not. Because if I was exposed to the way my brain works and I'm so stimulated and I have 1,000 ideas and none, like a lot of them aren't, work. My mind flutters all over the place. I don't know how I would even achieve what I did. Because there's so many distractions and the pressure of social media is so high. I don't want to say I feel sorry for you guys, but in a little way, I feel sad that you didn't. I experienced the wild times. You know what I mean? I did. And I took advantage of them. I had my fun. And I don't see how you guys can have fun now. It's just so crazy out there. It's hard for people to control their vices, as you said. Get to know what clicks for you and enjoy it in a way that it won't fuck your life up. But society favors excess of any kind. Society is just a reflection of who you and me is. So I don't know. Darky says in Berchen, you just have to go out on the street and you hit a dealer. Yeah, you again, 2004, dog, Constanța, Romania. Not the same story. And weak people are their best customers. Yeah, I don't know about weak, dude. They're weak. They might be going through something. Yeah, weak. Let's call it in a moment of weakness, right? Because Joe Rogan smokes. He's one of the, not if not the most successful podcaster and, you know, successful stand-up comedian, commentator, whatever the fuck. A lot of examples of people who are successful and smoke, you know. Some people don't know nothing else. They don't know how to not be weak. So it fucks with them. Darky says, well, at the beginning, I felt like it took away anxiety, but when it became every day, I felt weed was smoking me at the point though I'm very young. No, that's a very insightful thought to have, Darky. It's a very insightful thought to have because it does consume like any other vice, and they both have intensities or degrees to which they bring you there or not faster. It's true. And let's face it, I don't know how it is for y'all, but like in Sober October for the first 10 days, I couldn't even fucking conceive of sex. You know, I had to let my cum build up so I can actually have a biological response to it. But even then I can't because I'm used to like exploring, and let's call myself creative motherfucker anyway. That doesn't mean every sex is involving chains or whatever the fuck, but I like to mix it up every now and again, and then I don't plan it that much. I just get carried away and try to have a lovely moment with the girl, trying to decipher what she wants and tell her what I want, and weed amplifies all that, makes me edge more, you know what I mean? I can have sex for tens of minutes when it comes to weed. Because I just, not good sex, you know what I mean? Sex is like I always told you, motherfuckers. The women I did make come in my life, I made them come more with what the fuck I had to say in the moment that I saw they were in to get them over the edge. You can make a girl come. Your dick has to do the monotonous work of keeping the serotonin in her brain active. So you got to do the right moves, but it's the talking, the connection. And you don't always have to talk, but I like to talk during sex. But it's talking at the right moments and kind of doing the right things. You know, man sounds. Without weed, I was like, all right, let's do this, right? But I just want to kind of like get it over with. So it does have a downside. Definitely can fuck with you. And don't even get me started on masturbation, right? Weed and masturbation must be one of the coolest fucking thing a person should experience in their life. Combine that if you guys are into tech with using slow motion on your media players or like repeat and all this shit. I have a lot of monitors, always did. It can fuck with your brain. It can make you explore, but I'm so happy that, Darky, that you said you were kind of aware that it was consuming you. It's good. Don't let that make you her bitch. Let her, you know, give her a slap every now and again, and then you used to start it again. I'm proud of you. I don't know who you are if you've been watching me since you were 14, but just having that thought lets me know that you'll be okay. You're good. At 19, forget about it. Much respect, dude. Ren says, I used to have a writing session where I would take a few hours and come up with a story with or without help. It's a different experience, but for a few months now, I have become unable to write. Maybe it's a block of some sort, man. I know what you mean. Sometimes you like the drunkard said, right? Like you drink to forget. And this is the same. Sometimes you drink alcohol to celebrate and enhance your sexuality or whatever. Use it for disinhibition. And it's a matter of, I think it's a matter of how you see the future. And that, and then drugs kind of amplify that in some sort of way. And I have a good example for you guys. A buddy of mine, he discovered MDMA. And we're talking 2014-15. And he was so excited about it. And I use it sometimes, but rarely, just at festivals. And I always... I'm not going to go into the effects and how you should do it. I'm still believing I'll have the budget to make those episodes about drugs that nobody will watch. But to just generalize it, I personally take my time. Like, I try not to jerk off or have sex for 4 or 5 days because I know that will amplify my feelings then. I try to live healthier in that period and be rested. And I kind of do it. And then it's this rush and high that you can kind of also step out of and kind of discover things you were shy about. There's no wonder they use MDMA now to treat post-traumatic stress disorder. That's another drug that kind of opened my another side of me that I was keeping locked. And I know it did for a lot of people too. But again, it's a more dangerous one. You have to take care of how you take care of it. So my buddy discovered it, and even if I did take 2 or whatever the fuck I did my research, it's supposed to give your serotonin gland a chance to recover, and it takes about 6 weeks minimum, or else this is the only drug who can fuck up your serotonin gland, and you'll get something that's called the serotonin syndrome. And that means you overexcite your serotonin gland so much that it will never be able to recover and produce the same amount of serotonin that usually your body needs to operate and operate your work and reward, procedures in your head or whatever the fuck. So you just become depressed for life, and that's a hard life to live. Anyway, this buddy of mine, he had a period of summer where he was even taking like 3 per day, 3 per weekend, 4 sometimes, and he would do it every other weekend, like one weekend and the other, sometimes even during the week. And something you should also know about MDMA is that it also is one of the drugs, if not the only drug, who gives permanent how is it called? When your body gets used to it. You're so dumb right now, dude. Tolerance. Permanent tolerance. So this dude ended up in a point where he would have to take 3 or 4, and he would lose, like he would not even feel anything anymore, except with 3. And I take half and then the other half, and I have the best time of my life. So he's a good friend, and I worried about back then about him. He has this shit together right now, thank God, and I'm very proud of him. But in his high, he was like, you know what, dude, I want to give one of these to my dad. And I was like, dog. And I'll come back to your point about sometimes weed makes you right, and sometimes weed makes you you haven't rolled anything, although you smoke. But I'm like, dude, you don't want to give MDMA to your dad. He's like, no, I need him to experience it because they're close, but I need him to see this shit through my eyes and whatever the hell. And I'm like, dude. And then that's talking to him and trying to like figure the logic behind it. That's when I realized, and I must have brought this point across in other podcasts, but it seems so obvious, but it just amplifies what your vision of the future is. So if you're in a good mood and you feel like you achieved something, dopamine, whatever the fuck, you achieve something, whatever, then you take a little bit, then it give you the power. You ride that high even higher. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. And or you meet a girl, whatever, you take it. You're like, yeah, the possibility of what's about to happen in the near or far the future, whatever is in your head. That's what and it also makes you present and animalistic, right? But if you give it to your dad, I told him, I said, like, he's like, what, 65, 70 now? First of all, you put him in physical danger. You don't know if his heart can handle that shit, right? Second of all, what happens if he likes it? You know what I mean? Because he lived like 60 years, right, in this like constraint of trying to raise you and your sister and whatever the hell, trying to like and like small town people. You know what I mean? And now you want to show him the side that he never got explored. You want his balls to shrivel up and kind of like activate this animalistic side. In that sense, you might panic him. You because what's your expectancy when you're 60? You're like my dad said. My dad, before we find out he had cancer, just a couple of months before symptoms started to appear, he's like, son, and he was 60. He was like, son, if I get another 10, 15 years in, I'm happy. So those are those thoughts you have at that age. I want to see my nephews, and he never experienced the shit, and now you want to blow open his head. Like, he stuck it through your mother so you guys can fucking raise, and now he gets to see some grandchildren, and now you want to break his mind up to kind of like realize whatever the fuck he was missing. How would you even do it? Would you like put house music on so he understands the cyclicity of why you need it in your head? You know what I mean? People who took MDMA know what the fuck I mean. The other ones probably get bored by now, but yeah, there's this you never understand house. If you don't understand house music, I never did, or whatever techno music, but I realized why you should do it, because words make you're so excited and your synapses are so high that any word will take you in different directions that your body just can't handle. Then it just wants to feel, so the music kind of keeps you like on a loop on your stable, and then you can let your minds go in the directions they want to go. The same here. Like, if he doesn't see the potential of something being positive, then you're just gonna panic him and depress him, and probably even worse if he has a panic attack in his heart and everything. So I convinced him not to do it, and I think it was for the best. Same with you then. I think I made my point, but because you're a smart dude and you understand. But same with you. It's like same with me. I smoke, I'm in a good mood, I feel like I achieved a couple of things, and I'm on my way back of, something. I'm on my way to achieve another thing. Smoke a little bit of weed, maybe put myself down in my computer or laptop. I start writing shit. Write. Some is good, some is bad. Unless it's good, it's going to be good. Hyped. Open a cigarette too. Like, keep the high going. Go. And then you drink to forget. Then it's the other side where life's shit and you have like a bad stretch, and then you... Oh shit, it's 11. Everything is amplified. You drink to forget, you smoke to forget, and maybe it gives you a little momentary peace, like Darky said. But in the end, it's like with anything else. Even TV series or whatever, right? I spent like a year in my 20s just not going to school and watching Dr. House, binge watching whatever the fuck, all these movies I never seen at that age. And it wasn't because I was happy or anything, or I learned anything. Some shows you can enjoy them and then move on with your life. Some shows you just go on a binge and you're never satisfied, and you're just avoiding doing work, homework, a gesture for your girl or whatever the fuck, something, because you're depressed and you just want to forget and keep yourself going. Same with everything. Yeah, man. Hardcore shit. And I had... you guys talking about language? Hold on. Thanks for talking to me. I really happy to find someone that understands this, and I'm not crazy. You're not crazy, buddy. You're not crazy. Just hang in there. Stay in school as much as you can, and keep this shit under control. You're on the right track. You saw something, you took a break. Take a break. Take a break from jerking off too. Start with 3 days because it's easy to achieve. Then go crazy for a couple of days so you compensate. Then by the time you don't want to look in your dick's direction again, just go again for 2-3 days, but now do 4 days, and then aim for the biggest load you can shoot, because that will be the purpose. But underlying, even if you don't realize it, you'll be more snappy. You know what I mean? Maybe I was shy, and listen, I'm 6 foot, maybe 6'1". I'm not 6'1". I don't even know how big that is, but I'm a normal size guy, leaning towards tall. I was well built, But still, I had like confidence issues trying to like somebody was talking up to me, or I would put my head down and not make eye contact, or whatever the fuck. And then you do it, right? I don't know where the fuck I was going with that. I had a point. You're not alone, man. Just keep your head up. Yeah, I'm 6 feet. 6 feet I am. Exactly. Let's go. I have some other meme things I want to show you, and I guess I'll end it because seems like it's a long one today. The last thing I wanted to show you is photos. Come on, buddy. This is just a funny one. But it's this kid, right? And he got his like toy car stuck in the... You guys see this shit? It's hilarious. Come on. Would you please play? Just play. Do it. Just do it. I know it's not on the screen yet. Hold on. Why the hell? Is this a screenshot? No, it's a movie. Has no charm without sound, dude. Come on. Come on. I don't know why this isn't working. Of course it's not working. Rodecaster Pro. Let me just close this app and open it again. Close. Photos. Albums. Shit for the show. There we go. Is this kid right? Oh shit, you guys aren't live yet. Fuck. What happened to my screen? Why is this? I thought you guys saw this. Hold on. Ah, fuck, I gotta do it again. Hold on. Yeah, it's not working anymore. Why are you... Ah, here we go. Finally. Now I gotta switch it to the fucking... Alright, it's funnier when you see it. You think he learned that from his dad? Yeah, there can be sort of chaos without technical problems. Yeah. All right. Oh, I'm not going to go into this, but yeah, Johnny Depp was forced out of a couple of movies now. I don't understand, dog. I don't understand. So nothing changes. All the proof out there is this chick was trying to set him up and put makeup on and called him beat. And said he beat him when he didn't. And then he got her on tape. Oh, actually, she released the tape. You guys know the episode. Go back into... I even cut it up as a single episode a few months ago. And now they had the trial. It wasn't the trial of their fucking thing. It was a trial that basically, I'm not sure exactly what it did, but it was maybe arguing if it was the right way to capture or something. It wasn't about the subject matter, but he lost that trial. And now he lost the movie. They forced him out of the movie. That chick still has the movie. It's the new... What movie is she in? Fast and the Furious? I forget. She has a movie coming up. Nobody's pulling her out. This is crazy, dog. This is crazy. I can't believe it. People are just turning a blind eye to this shit because... I don't know why. Social pressure. They want to fuck these women. They can't. It's so blatantly out there. And he resigned. Incredible. Tiffany Evans. I mean, I have completely forgotten that they even had more movies planned. Fantastic Beasts was a good movie, but I don't think it warrants multiple. Oh, Fantastic. Even more now that the world knows what a horrible human JKR is. I refuse to see any more Harry Potter franchise movies. Whatever. Aquaman 2. That's right. Yeah, this is crazy, dude. Mads Mikkelsen is in talks to take his place in Fantastical Beasts. What's her name? Amber something. What a bunch of bullshit. I can't believe it, dude. It pisses me beyond it pissing me off. It's just, and the comments make it the worst. That's why I try not to read them, right? It just makes it worse. But I should adhere to my own principles. Like, if you're dumb enough to waste your time to actually have with strangers, like a long, heated argument with nobody you met, and you're fucking as dumb as that person is, even if you have a point. Right? So I try to listen to my own advice. But god damn it, why the fuck is she still on Aquaman 2 and this dude got, like, this chick tried to set up this dude, right? Biden. Speaking of which, right? You guys know this case. The picture says, "Welp, a 20-year-old student was sentenced to prison for lying about being raped by a football player, then rolls her eyes during sentencing." And I know this chick. This isn't a thing I found out about now. I found out in 2017 when this case was ongoing. I think somewhere earlier than that, this chick had a fling or something. There were two dudes, and then she just accused this this dude was like a up and coming football player, talented. Look it up. I forgot her name, and this is just a screenshot, but it just right. And this chick just said she was raped, dog. She said she was raped, and this dude lost everything. Because in today's society, you should believe all women. Really, dude, all women? What about Jeffrey Epstein's fucking wife? Right? The chick who reeled in all those women and got them ready for fucking underage sex. Telling them everything is okay. Should I believe that woman? Right? Nope. Jump straight to the fucking... How about we investigate? I don't know. I don't have enough information. Aziz Ansari, the same. That chick thought it was a bad date. He asked for a blowjob, and then she said she was abused. Well, how is he abusing you? You were unzipping his pants. You were sucking his dick without him touching you. How is that abuse? Oh, I felt like I wasn't enough. So tough shit. So does all of us. And this chick, dog, I think there's even a video. Not this just picture. I might be wrong. Yeah, and the judge sentenced her, and she's like, fuck, whatever. This dude lost his scholarship. He was kicked out. And the classical, you come out with a bullshit statement, everybody jumps on your case, then they make a correctment, and then just 20% of the people see the correctment. It's just out there that you're a rapist now. And you have no chance. Be a man, they said. It's easy to be a man. All right. Oh, I hate this girl from the bottom of my fucking heart. Let's see who this is. Hold on. So if you guys want to look this up, let's just do it. Let's see. 20-year-old student. Lying about rape football. Yeah, 2018. What? She gets 1 fucking year in fucking prison? She got 1 year in prison. Are you fucking kidding me? Jesus Christ. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I didn't even know the outcome of this. I thought she got like 5 years or something. You ruin a person's fucking life. You ruin a person's fucking life. Nikki Jovino, you fucking whore. And I mean that in the bad way. Has received her sentence after admitting falsely accusing two men. Yeah, I knew something. There was something about two men. This is like the class. You guys saw Bill Burr's monologue at SNL. Like I even shared it 2 weeks ago. It was hilarious. And he had this joke about, are all women who are complaining and being all LGBTQ, like white men were the problem in the racism. How about you girls when you were, you wanted to sleep with what did he call it? When you wanted to sleep with a black dude, you just did it and then said he raped you. So, the slave dude got killed. Yeah, same here. Like, what, you have no responsibility? In June, pleaded guilty to a misdemeanor charge of misdemeanor. This should be fucking a misdemeanor. What's a misdemeanor? If you smack a girl's ass? It's not the same thing. This kid's life is ruined. He missed his college years, and with this trial, he missed the best years of him training with the most professional coaches. She fucking fucked his life up. She fucking fucked his life up, and they don't give a shit. They're like, a little misdemeanor. I guess 1 year will do. Fuck you. Fuck you. If you falsely accuse somebody of rape, you should go for 5 years minimum. That should teach you a little bit of a lesson. Well, but I'm just 21 and I didn't know. With 5 years, I'll be 26. You should be 10. You should be 31 when you get the fuck out, and then see if your possibilities have changed. What an asshole, guys. What a fucking asshole. Lied about rapes, Fox News. Oof. Lied about rape. Rolled eyes in court that she's jailed for. What an let's see. We have sound on this bitch. I don't think we have sound. Doesn't matter. Let's just see the. I know you guys can't hear any of this shit. The dude just says he has anxiety and PTSD from this shit. And the fact that my life will never be the same. PTSD, yeah. Poor fucking dude. Yeah. I'm not even gonna, whatever. All right. Did I have something else I wanted to show you guys? It's cancel culture, baby. Gonna turn US and the world upside down. Yeah, well, none of these vloggers talk about it, dude, in Romania, in our country. And it's, it's just sliding in. It's just sliding in. You don't even notice there. It's one little case here. This chick finds out it's there. And before you know it, they start appearing as, I remember, guys, Romania, like I always said, Romania is 3 years behind. It used to be 5, and I'm not talking technology and everything. I'm talking everything emulating culture from America. We're so influenced, and a lot of the world is because of social media. 3 years. If something kind of goes shitty, we'll copy it in 3 years. Same with fucking, like I feel Romania had a lag when it came to social media, like politics and whatever the fuck. But it started in America 2 or 3 years. Here we are in Romania, 2020. Our parents fucking fighting over it. And they were the ones worried about doing shit to us, right? This one, I don't know if I talked about. This is the worst campaign ever. I saw it on Reddit. It says, "Cancer, you don't have a chance." That's their campaign. Talk about shitty copywriters, dog. Everybody throws the word copywriter. Like, I throw it around, but I think I have a creative mind. My clients seem satisfied. I have a ad agency of my own. I can call myself a copywriter. I'll never write this fucking thing. And then you cut out the word cancer with the red. And what does that leave you with? You don't have a chance. So they crossed out cancer, and everybody was like, yeah. I don't have a chance. Stupid as fucking. And it's a fundraiser. There should be cancer, comma, they don't have a chance. So people at the fundraiser will feel shittier and donate more. At least if you're gonna make it bad intentionally. The last thing I wanted to show. What is this? No, it's one of these games. I don't know if I even talked about that one. I think I talked about this one. I'm not even gonna comment. So this is one of those games. Pull over. What do I do now? I think I talked about this one. Yeah, seems familiar. Who installs these games? Ask him to stay hugging goodbye. What? People are basic, brothers and sisters. They're basic as fuck. Take care of yourself out there. I try to save the world in my own little fucking corner. Never managed to. Just take care of your own, and try to be decent human beings. We'll get through this. Thank you all for listening to me. Somebody on Patreon asked me if I'm gonna do a recipe, because one of the benefits of being on my Patreon is having a show called Cook Off, which I made one episode with Aria back in the day, and then I never did. But now that I got my A7S3, baby. Now that I got this baby that has autofocus and everything, now I can more easily do things. And I always said that as a bachelor, I have a lot of insight about being a bachelor and trying to, oh shit, I fucked up. Hold on, guys. And try to navigate your way around women and pussy. And I always said you have to be a good cook. I enjoy cooking, especially if I have a cigarette and I have some spare time with a little good music. I cook, try to have conversation then. But if you're not good at cooking, you should still master 5 recipes. 5 recipes, dog. It's not that hard. And I'm talking simple shit. I'm talking an omelet. I'm talking some chicken with gorgonzola sauce or something, right? I'm talking something that's in the oven, maybe some salmon. A few little recipes you can flex every now and again. And if you truly enjoy, I like cooking, I wouldn't do it every night, right? But if I have my free time, I like to see my girl's expression when she has a little bit. So I started with, the episode will be called the day after omelet. Like the day after pill, except it's the omelet. There's the omelet that you make to a girl while she's still sleeping when you have had sex for the first time. And then you keep doing it, but for the first time for major boyfriend points or whatever, right? And it's you don't do it for every girl. I say that in the episode too. You do it for a girl you like, that you feel she's, you don't want her out of the house the second, right? You should have some of those girls. And I presented to you exactly the steps of how you're going to do that. It's going to be available on Patreon. Hopefully it's filmed, but it's not edited. And I use this camera to do slow motion and test it too, and do all sorts of little creative things. I also have a automatic motorized slider and some other toys. So hopefully I will put some more episodes. This was the first recipe. It should be live on Patreon by the end of this weekend, if not earlier next week. And I'm going to start posting things there more. That's a Patreon exclusive, but it's an exclusive just for a week. After a week, it will be here on YouTube. And I'm also going to do some Romanian shit now that I have this baby on my side. When I have time from my work. Stay tuned there if you want to join. I know I don't even post the episodes as I go live here. I post on Facebook, Instagram, and I don't post them on the wall on Patreon, but I'm trying to integrate that into the flow. For now, it's kind of hard times, and I'm very busy, and Paul, God knows, he's trying to stay alive too. So once we get our footing back, we'll start posting. We'll start cleaning up that mess, but I will post occasional videos there. If you guys want to join on my Patreon, it's patreon.com/ROMERCIAL. You can find me on Instagram at ROMERCIAL and on Facebook the same, but honestly, I'm kind of an in and out person on Facebook. I check who liked my shit sometimes, maybe a couple of things my friends did, and I'm out. And not even that lately. It's toxic. Anywho, thank you all for listening. I will try to see you all tomorrow in Romanian in Frustrări Podcast. Until that possible time, I wish you all a lovely evening. Thank you for talking with me. It was awesome. I would love to have this much talk and conversation on this subject always, although it doesn't always happen that way. Have a lovely evening, y'all. What the hell's wrong with this fucking? Did I hear this in my headphones? I think it was in my headphones. Stupid fucking phone. Have a lovely evening, y'all. Peace.